It's been really galling. Yesterday was a really hard day, I think, for all of us watching the brave, the brave students and staff who've really been there and gone through the experience that they described over the last few years. And as someone at ECAJ who regularly handles these complaints at the universities, I've seen firsthand how they've been gaslit at every turn, and the way that the institution has kind of turned its back on Jewish staff and students and handled the complaints in the most ridiculous sometimes ways, making them feel completely blindsided. And it really caused me to reflect on what the future might be for my own children at university in Australia, and also what it was like over 20 years ago when this problem was slowly building.
What a terrible prospect that people have to consider that in a country like this. One witness described being harassed with Nazi gestures and verbal abuse on campus. How common is this experience for Jewish Australians at the moment?
I would say it's really common, and the figures don't tell the full picture because people have been so despondent about the complaints handling process that often they just don't engage with it. And we know even back in 2017 when there was a survey done, close to 1 in 10 Jewish staff and students described experiencing anti-Semitic conduct. So we know that the numbers are really high, and we know at ECAJ we receive these reports every single week. And, it's the kind of conduct that wouldn't be tolerated in most places, but the universities are really the path of least resistance, as we saw yesterday, I think, with the testimony from the student activist.
The Education Minister has spoken about new standards and released new standards to try and improve the experience for Jewish students. What more can universities do to protect their students?
There's so much that universities can do to protect their students. I mean, for one thing, adopt the IRIS working definition of anti-Semitism so that you have a framework within which to analyse and assess whether or not anti-Semitic conduct has even taken place. Improve your complaints processes. Make sure that people are held accountable, not just privately but publicly as well. If there's no public record of what has been done by the university in response to really egregious conduct like the display of swastikas, Hitler salutes, the targeting and bullying of Jewish staff and students, then of course there's not going to be any public learning, and students and staff will continue to think that that kind of behaviour is acceptable, which it obviously isn't.